Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the countryside of France, there lived a young boy named Franz. It was the year 1870, and the Franco-Prussian War was raging across the country. The village school, run by an elderly man named Monsieur Hamel, was filled with fear and uncertainty as news of the Prussian army's imminent arrival spread. One morning, as Franz reluctantly made his way to school, he noticed a strange hush that hung in the air. When he entered the classroom, he was greeted by a somber sight. The usually boisterous room was filled with silent and attentive students. Franz soon discovered the reason for the heavy atmosphere. A notice had been posted on the board, written in bold letters. The last lesson. Monsieur Hamel, with his kind eyes and silver hair, stood before the students, his face grave. He explained that the Prussian government had mandated that French be banned from all schools in the region, and starting from the following day, only German would be taught. It was a heartbreaking blow for the students, who had grown up speaking French and now faced losing their language, their identity. As Monsieur Hamel began the last lesson, Franz listened intently, realizing the true value of what was being taken away from him. For years, he had taken his education for granted, never fully appreciating the knowledge and wisdom that Monsieur Hamel imparted. Now, as the old teacher passionately explained, the intricacies of the French language and literature, every word resonated deeply within Franz's heart. Outside the classroom, the village had fallen into an eerie silence. The footsteps of the approaching Prussian soldiers could be heard, but inside the school, it felt as though time had stood still. Monsieur Hamel continued his lesson, emphasizing the importance of holding on to one's language and heritage, even in the face of adversity. Franz's mind raced with regret for all the times he had skipped studying, for all the lessons he had taken lightly. He wished he could turn back time and relive every moment with a newfound appreciation for his education. As Monsieur Hamel recited French poetry, the words echoed in Franz's soul, etching a deep longing to preserve his language and culture. The sound of drums grew louder, and the tramp of heavy boots approached the school. The Prussian soldiers were at the doorstep, yet Monsieur Hamel remained resolute, determined to complete his last lesson. Franz observed his teacher's unwavering dedication and realized that true education extended beyond the confines of a classroom. It was a lifelong pursuit of knowledge, a pursuit that could never be taken away. As the lesson drew to a close, Monsieur Hamel expressed his gratitude for the students who had shown up for their final class. With tears in his eyes, he urged them to remember their language and to cherish their heritage. He reminded them that the loss of a language meant the loss of a part of their identity, and that they should never forget who they were. As the soldiers entered the classroom, Monsieur Hamel addressed them with a courage that Franz had never witnessed before. He proclaimed that he had been faithful to his duty, teaching his students until the very end, and that he was prepared to face any consequence. The soldiers, moved by the teacher's dedication, listened in silence. In the years that followed, Franz carried the lessons of that fateful day with him. The memory of Monsieur Hamel's unwavering commitment to education and his love for the French language served as a constant reminder of the importance of preserving one's culture and heritage. Franz dedicated himself to the pursuit of knowledge, recognizing that education was not just a privilege but a responsibility, one that should never be taken for granted. And so, the last lesson given by Monsieur Hamel left an indelible mark on Franz's life, igniting within him a lifelong passion for learning and a profound appreciation for the power of language and education. The echoes of that final class reverberated through his existence, reminding him always of the value of embracing one's roots and holding on to what truly matters.